Good day and welcome back to another DB Legends video. So in this video we are going to be taking a look at the brand new DB Legends content that has come out, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Legendary Limit or Legends Limited Legendary Finish LF, whichever way you want to do it, unit that's come out, and that is the Trunks and Vegeta shared future unit tag unit. So pretty cool unit. I'm super excited. You guys know I love Trunks, but just to talk about the banner quickly, quite frankly the banner is pretty nutty. The banner is basically a full made future team. The whole banner, if you summon on it, could pretty much guarantee you a top tier future team. You have obviously these guys who I think are great. You have the Tech Trunks, who's great. You have the androids, who are still a very dominant force. All of their bonuses eventually all lead to a future synergy, but you could run them as lead. You have sort of Hope Trunks is a great bonus for a lot of Trunks future collab kind of characters. And then you've got the Merge Zamasu, maybe not so future orientated, more powerful opponent, kind of Goku Black side, but you could definitely have him as a buffer. You've got the Zenkai Goku Black here, but you more importantly have the future Gohan, which is a really good unit still for future, especially after his platinum equip. So yeah, pretty crazy actually when you think about how many good future units are on here, not to mention the new Sparking Zamasu, alongside the Extreme Goku Blue and Vegeta Blue. So there's a lot of really top-notch future options, which I think are, I don't want to say it's not like a full future team, but with the leader system and things like that, you could basically run pretty much a whole bunch of top tier units. Gohan's a top tier unit with his platinum equip, and the new lead is pretty top tier, and we're going to talk about them and everything that they bring as units. I think, you know, without a doubt they are pretty nutty units. So yeah, just to obviously talk, they're obviously a yellow class, I guess, range type unit. In terms of strike arts, it reduces their own special move cost counts on hit, which is great. They're more blast orientated though. Blast will increase the damage to armor of the enemy 180%, which is, you know, pretty good. Then they've got the Shining Buster attack, which, yeah, honestly speaking, is really decent. You know, dealing the massive impact damage. They will draw a Blast Arts card next. Nullifies restoration from 0, applies attribute downgrades to the enemy. There's a lot that it does, there's a lot that goes on. So the key restoration, the damage increase, the cancellation of attribute downgrades, there's effects that they restore vanishing gauge depending on how much health is left. Guaranteed special draw card coming up next for the next 2. It's pretty good stuff. It's really crazy actually, how much they actually do with their card, which is pretty nuts. And I think for me, the support card or the special skill is very high up on being one of the really good ones. Makes them super self-sustainable. Then we look at the unique abilities, which is obviously something I think a lot of people like to look at. So unique ability, or their first one, obviously the switch ability. So for Trunks, when he switches, he gets own health restoration, a little bit of extra damage, a little bit of additional damage reduction. In terms of their unique ability, or in terms of their Z abilities, obviously they cover majority Hybrid Saiyan, Future, Vegeta Clan, all the classic kind of Future Trunks, notables. In terms of the unique ability 1, they have 90% to damage inflicted, 30% to damage inflicted for 20 timer counts when they enter via tag switch or just enter the battlefield. So that's obviously something that's super duper helpful, I would say. They then also have an additional ability to reduce blast art card costs, plus 15% to allied blast arts damage, plus 15% to strike damage inflicted by Vegeta clans. These effects all reset whenever they switch in, which is, yeah, it's pretty good. Then, yeah, in terms of ability 2 is kind of, ability 2 is kind of very similar in the sense that ability 2 is basically their cover change. So they have cover change, which is pretty good. They have key restoration whenever they do a blast arts character card attack, which is really, really solid. They apply nullification to special actions when changing cover for 2-time accounts when they switch or they switch in, which is always helpful. Then when they land a blast arts card, they will draw another blast arts card. They inflict all enemies with the attribute downgrade or plus 30 to arts card costs. They have 80% reduction to health restoration. They just seem very, very good. I don't know how else to put it, but they honestly just seem super duper solid. It's very, very difficult to say what they don't do. They have a high level of damage reduction. They can be very intimidating. I think they don't have, beyond their special card and the reduction to card costs, they don't have like a key restoration mechanic. So they don't have and they don't look like they have combo card draw speed either. So that's something I will mention that they have or don't seem to have. In terms of animations, there was some concerns around some of the assets being reused, which I think is always a concern, or when I say a concern, I think it's always something people don't like. For me, I think they're a pretty nice looking card. I don't want to say that they are, super high level, like, animations and quality and things like that. But I think for the most part, they are definitely like a nice looking unit. They still look good. I don't think they look cheap. There is reusing, but I think for the most part they're still very nice. I like them. Obviously I'm biased. I love Trunks, so I am gonna be a bit biased there, but I think their LF looks decent. I like the LF. I know some of the assets are reused, but I think as a unit they're more than fine. I don't really know what people were expecting. A lot of the moments from them have been covered in separate cards, so it's a bit difficult to create entirely new assets for something like this. Then we have Zamasu, who's the 1% sparking. Also looks pretty good. I'm not going to go into as much detail about him. I'm just going to show his details on the screen. But he looks really, really good. He's obviously bleed orientated, very similar to most Goku Black Zamasu units. But I think for the most part, he looks solid. He can have some pretty high levels of damage reduction. He's got a very interesting ability in terms of a special card, which allows him to stop tap action attacks and strike attacks. So basically removing anything physical from the opposition, which is interesting. So they can't tap attack, they can't do strike arts cards, they basically get physically muted, which is interesting. We've seen similar stuff with silencing of cards, but this obviously feels orientated towards the strike arts approach. In terms of the rest, pretty stock standard kind of Zamasu, Goku Black angles on everything. Attacks will increase health restoration to allies, increase his own health restoration. He heals over time. Decent levels of damage reduction, especially for the first 20 seconds. I think he has 80%, so good stuff. But yeah, the banner overall is just very good. I actually think this is an incredibly good banner. I'm not going to say don't summon. I actually think this is a great banner to summon on. If you're looking to start a future team or get into competitive PvP in Legends, this banner is basically a banner designed to get you into it. Like, if you were to pull all the top units on this banner, you probably would be able to run your team. You would probably be able to run a competitive team in Legends PvP. It would require some gearing, some tweaking, some things like that, but genuinely speaking, like, for me, I I can't say don't summon this banner. This banner is freaking awesome. These Trunks and Vegeta's kit looks nuts. They look really good. And yeah, honestly, guys, go for it. I think it's great. I think they're great. I think they definitely slot onto the future team. They elevate the future team, and the future team's starting to look really, really good. We've had some powerful units come out on future recently, some good platinum equips, some good unique equips. So yeah, I 100% think you should summon the steps. So 6-step banner, last step being free, with double rates, double Z power. So all the good stuff that we usually expect at the big celebrations. So yeah, go for it if you want to. And there's great value here. I'm going to be summoning on it. I will do a summoning video. And yeah, guys, honestly, go for it and have a great time. But yeah, that's basically going to be it from me. Let me know your thoughts down below. See you in the next one. Bye.